Ted.
Hello.
What are you doing? You're waiting for GOO Online? Ted, it's only Tuesday. It's Sunday. Well, that means I'm going to be late for GOO Online, and I'm not ready. Better put down my world's best school leader mug and get ready. We're going to do the magic trick again. Do you remember it, Ted? Good. After 3, we're going to click our fingers, and the magic will make me ready for GOO. Are we ready? I've been practicing. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, good kids. Wait, this isn't right.
Well, I don't look ready for GOO Online, do I, Ted? You think we should try once more? Do you think we should shake up our magic hands? Ready, kids? We're going to shake our magic hands. Shake them! Shake them! Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, this isn't right, GOO kids. Let's say hello to Millie the cat. Shall we try it once more? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, GOO kids! We've done it! We're finally ready for GOO Online. Now, we have got the most amazing video for you today, but let's do a quick warm-up to get ourselves going. Ready? Stretch to one side. Oh, stretch to the other side. Gonna run the spot really fast. I'm gonna jump up and touch the floor. Up and touch the floor. And shake everything off. Whew. I'm ready for GOO Online. Are you, GOO kids? I don't think you're ready. I said, are you ready for GOO Online? That was good. I still think you can be louder. Already. Are we ready for GOO Online? Whoa! That was loud. Now, we have got such an amazing video, so I'm going to pass you straight along onto today's game. I'll see you in a bit, guys.
Hi kids! I'm so excited to be back on GOO Online, and I'm so excited that I get to share today's game with you. Today's game is so simple. All you need is a bouncy ball, or if you haven't got a bouncy ball like me, because I don't have that kind of thing, then you can just get a piece of paper and you screw it up like this, so it's kind of like a ball kind of shape like that, if you can see it. All you have to do, it is so simple, it is a challenge to see how many times you can clap in between throwing it in the air. Okay, let me show you an example. You ready? I got 2. Okay, let me see if I can get like more than that. Okay, you ready? Oh, I got 3. Okay, let me try and see if I can get 4. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I did it! Okay, we'll go for the last time. 5. Let's see if we can get 5 claps in between catching it. You ready? Oh, no, I can't. Okay, maybe I'm just not quick enough. Brilliant. Well, you may be able to do more than me, so why don't you challenge yourself, see how many you can do. Maybe you could like have a go with your friends or with any brothers or sisters, see if you can do any more than them, but give it a go and let us know how many you can do. Thank you for joining with me this morning in doing our game, and I will see you later. Bye!
Close my eyes and colors fly. There's no hiding from your grace. I can't deny your heart for mine, and it's unrelenting chase. I was on the edge of deception, caught up in my
you're doing well. It's Rachel here, bringing you the memory verse for this week. I'm so excited to be teaching you this. I'm going to try and give you some simple actions and we're going to go through it step by step. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you ready? First of all, I'm going to go through it step by step to try and make you get it in your head. So make sure you get your memory hats on. You ready? Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. So we're going to break it down. The first bit, it is, do not let anyone, do that again, do not let anyone, can you do it with me this time? Do not let anyone, awesome. The next bit is look down. Ready? Look down. On you, point someone in your room, because you are young. You, because you are young. Should we go from the top? Let's go, you ready? Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young. Awesome, that is amazing. We'll carry on, okay? But set an example. Can you do that? Set an example. You'll go? Awesome. For the believers in speech. For the believers in speech. Can you do that from the start of the second part? But set an example for all the believers in speech. Awesome. From the top, let's go. Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for all the believers in speech. Right, this is the final part you need to learn. In conduct, that means like in any action, anything you do. So in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Awesome. Let's go through this final part. You ready? In conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Awesome. You ready to go from the top? I think you can do it. I believe in you. Let's go. Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for all the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. 1 Timothy, T for Timothy, so 1 Timothy 4 verse 12. From the very top, do it one more time. You ready? Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for all the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Awesome. Why don't you go over and over and over that and try your hardest to learn them actions, and let's see if you can do it next week. See ya!
Hey GOO Online, I am super psyched to be back with you for a brand new series, but before we get into that, I've got some good news and some bad news, okay? The bad news, are you ready? We're going to go bad news and good news, right? The bad news is that this is going to be the last series of GOO Online. I know, everyone say no, louder than that, like just like that, right? This is going to be the last series of GOO Online. We're going to do 5 weeks, and by the end of that 5 weeks, that means all of the Icon Church campuses will be back. So we would love to have you join us, love to be together in one of our services in Icon Church. If you live somewhere that's not got an Icon Church near it, and maybe you don't go to a church or whatever, we would love you to get in touch with us, and we will try and find the perfect church for you. But like I said, that was the bad news, but here is the good news. We have got the most amazing series. It's amazing. We've got some new / old faces. You might have already seen some of them. You might not. We've got some new / old faces back from when we started doing Go Online like 3 million years ago. It feels like that, but it was literally only just over a year ago. I think we're going to go with that. But anyway, this brand new series is all about kids. How amazing is that? We're calling it God's Kids. These next 5 weeks are all about different children in the Bible and how they did something amazing, and hopefully that's going to help inspire you and make you want to do something amazing too. And we're going to start off with a girl called Miriam. Now, if you've heard of Miriam before, well done, because Miriam is not one of the most well-known characters. Miriam is the sister of a rather famous guy in the Bible. His name is Moses, okay? Moses, what a great name. If you've got the name Moses, well done, it's a great name. If you've got the name Miriam, well done, another great name. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about great names. If you want a really great name, Jacob is the best name, alright, but we'll leave that there. So, the story of Moses starts where Moses was born and his mum looked after him for a little period of time. But the problem was, in those days, the Israelites, who's the people that Moses was born into, the Israelites were being ruled over, and they were the slaves to people called the Egyptians, okay? And the rule that the Egyptians had was that the Israelites couldn't have any boy babies because there was something written there where in the future, one of the boy babies, one of the male Israelite babies, this is a lot of words, one of the boy babies would rise up and overthrow the Egyptians, and all the Israelites would escape from the Egyptians. So the Egyptians were trying to stop that from happening by killing all the boy babies. Now, Moses was born into this family with his mum, his dad, and his older sister, Miriam. And what mum did to protect Moses is she put him in a little basket and put him on the river and sent him down the river to try and keep him alive. And while Moses was in the basket going down the river, Miriam watched over him from a distance. She watched over him to make sure he was protected, make sure he didn't come to any harm. Now, Moses is then picked up by Pharaoh. So the king of Egypt was called Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh's daughter picked up Moses in this basket. She just happened to be bathing in the river. She picked Moses up in this basket and took him home and raised him as her child. Now, I've not got time to tell you the whole story, but basically I'll give you some short clips. Okay, not clips, short stories. We're going to go super fast. Are you ready? Moses in the palace. Moses grows up, has a brother called Ramesses. Moses and Ramesses are really competitive and fight all the time. Moses accidentally kills one of the Egyptian guards for beating up one of the Israelite slaves. Moses runs away. He's hiding in the desert. A bush sets on fire, but not just by random. God is in that burning bush, and he tells Moses, "Let my people go." So then Moses is like, "No," and God's like, "Yes," and Moses is like, "No,and God's like, "Yes." He's like, "Let my people go." So Moses is like, "I can't even talk properly, I'm all like blah, blah, blah." So then God's like, "I will send you your brother Aaron, who's still with the Egyptians, and he'll help you." So then Moses and Aaron go together, and they go to see Pharaoh, who is now Ramesses, by the way. So Moses' brother is now the Pharaoh. Confusing, right? So then Moses is like, "Ramesses, God says let my people go," and Ramesses is like, "No, I need my slaves, boy." So Moses is like, "God says let my people go," and Ramesses is like, "No. Go, no, go, no." And then God's like, "I'm going to do some amazing things that are going to make Ramesses realise that I am the Son of God." So he starts, so Moses throws this, that's just an example of Moses talking. Moses throws his staff down this wooden stick on the ground, and the wooden stick turns into a snake, and everyone's like, "Ah!" But then Pharaoh Ramesses gets some of his magicians to do the same thing. He's like, "It's not important." Then Moses goes down to the water, puts his staff in it, and it turns to blood, and then the magicians do the same thing, and Ramesses is like, "Go away, Moses." And Moses is like, "No, God says let my people go." And he brings these plagues. There's frogs, there's gnats, there's insects, the animals die, there's darkness, there's everything, there's hail, there's loads of stuff happens. And then the last plague, God kills the firstborn son of every Egyptian person. Kills the firstborn son. And Ramesses is so upset because his son dies, so he says, "You know what, I've had enough, let the people go." So off they go, and as they're going, Pharaoh Ramesses is like, no, I've changed my mind. So he starts to send the soldiers, all the Egyptian soldiers start going after the Israelites, and the Israelites are stuck at this massive Red Sea. So they're stuck at the Red Sea, and Moses is like, was it the Red Sea? I don't know if I've confused that in my mind because he turned the water to blood. They're stuck in the middle, in front of this big sea. We call it the Big Sea, right? They're stuck in front of the Big Sea, and all the Israelites are like, oh, we're going to die, the Egyptians are coming. And then God's like, Moses, put your staff out over the water. Moses lifts his staff over the water, and God parts the sea. So the Israelites walk through it, and as they get to the other side, the Egyptians are coming, and the waves crash over, and it kills the Egyptians, and the Israelites are safe, and that's where we're going to leave the story. I told you I wasn't going to tell you all of it, but that's pretty much all of it. Roughly. So how amazing is Moses? Moses does this amazing thing. He saves the entire of the Israelite people. He saves all of them, all of them from the Egyptians. They're no longer slaves, they're now free, right? All because of Moses. But would that have happened if Miriam, his older sister, hadn't watched over him as he went down the river as a wee little baby? Would that have happened? Maybe, maybe not. But thanks to Miriam protecting her brother Moses and watching over him, Moses went on to change the lives of the whole nation of Israel. And not just the people that he saved, but their children and their children and their children and their children, and so on and on and on. Okay? What an amazing story, and how amazing is Miriam. God can do anything with anyone. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are. It doesn't matter. God can do anything with you. Yes, you. God can do anything with you. Miriam was just a small girl. Miriam probably thought, I couldn't do anything. You know, there was a reason that the Egyptians weren't killing the girl babies, because they weren't scared of them. They were only scared of the boy babies. But little did they know that Miriam was going to watch over Moses and protect him and make sure that he lived and make sure that he would go on to change the entire nation of Israel. Miriam did something amazing, and it's something so small that turned into something amazing. Now I want to ask you the question. What can you do that might seem really small, but might make a big difference, might have a big impact? And the thing that you need to remember, if you remember nothing from this message other than how amazing I am, because that's the first thing you got to remember, obviously. I'm only joking. The main thing I want you to remember from this, God can take the smallest things, like Miriam watching over Moses, God can take the smallest things and make them into the biggest wins. It nearly rhymes. Let's pretend it does. The smallest things into the biggest wins. So whatever that is, if that's tidying your room, I know I keep saying it, I'm hoping that someone will. I'm really hoping that Alice will tidy the room, because she never does, and I have to do it all the time. She's looking at me like, yeah, that's true. She's not really, but we'll pretend for the video. It might be something like that. It might be something as simple as sitting next to someone when you have your lunch at school. It might be something as simple as saying something nice to someone when they're looking upset. It might be that you say the smallest thing to them and it makes the biggest difference to them. Now that is the end of part 1 of our God's Kids series. The first part of our last series of GOO Online. But don't worry, because we've got something amazing up next. It is the one, the only, Cal with the craft. See.
Hello, GOO friends, and welcome to week 1 of our last ever GOO Online series. I am so sad, but the next few weeks are going to be so amazing. I cannot wait. And we're kickstarting it with an origami craft today. We are making paper baskets, similar to the baskets that Miriam in the story put Moses in and pushed him down the river. I can't wait to find out how, and I've got a special guest with me on the craft today, so I can't wait. Oscar can't wait. We're so excited, so let's get on with the video. So, for today's craft, we are going to need piece of paper which has been cut into a square, and then you're going to need another piece if you want there to be a handle for your basket. We're also going to need a couple of Pritt sticks and our colouring markers for decorating our baskets. So, Oscar, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, you take this piece, I'll take this piece. First job is to fold it corner to corner. And then corner to corner the opposite way. And then open it out.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yep, got it. And then open it out so the puffy bits at the top. And then we're going to fold it in fold it, yeah, that way. So puffy bits at the top and then fold that way. And then open it up and fold it the other way. Lots of folding happening. But then again, it is origami, so what can you expect? And then comes a funky little trick where you fold it in and then you fold it like that.
Can you do that again for me, please?
So it's like this, and you fold it in until the corners touch, and then you fold it together. Yeah, and then fold it like that. Perfect. Then flatten it down. And then we're going to fold this bit up and half back down. Can you believe I only watched the tutorial for this once? And it's going so well already. And then back half down. And then flip. And do the same on the other side. So we're going to fold. And then fold the half down. And then we're going to take the bit we've just folded and fold it in half again. This is the bit where it gets a bit tricky. And then I'm going to take one corner, fold it into the middle, get a crease, and then, because we've got that crease, we'll know where to fold when we fold it back on itself.
You just need to do that again.
So you're going to fold from the edge in to the middle.
Right.
And crease it.
And then fold that back out.
And then fold that back out and then fold it, oh, we've not a big glue sticks over. And then fold it back on itself the other side.
Like this.
Let's watch you do it. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Who knew you were so good at origami?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You've done origami before?
I'm a pro.
Oh. And then we're going to flip over and do the same on the other side. So just the exact same again. The folding up in half, the folding in to get the crease line, and then folding it back on itself, tucking it in, and then squishing it back down. Remember we're folding in, crease line, and then folding it back out and tucking it in. Oh. And to think, Miriam in the story, she had to weave a whole basket. So she didn't just fold one like we're doing, she had to weave a full basket. I've never weaved a basket, but but I can imagine it would take a really, really, really long time. I bet she was weaving it for months. And then we're going to fold up here to make a crease. So just in line where the line is, look, do you see? Just like square it off. And then flip it over and fold it the other way. So that when we open our box out, it's going to make a flat bottom. Like that. Oh no, mine's falling apart. No, why is mine falling apart? What's this supposed to be? Right. Yeah, you got it? And look, open it up and you should have a flat bottom. Gentle, gentle with him. You got a flat bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the bit where I thought we'll put a little bit of glue on it. Now, traditionally you wouldn't put glue on origami, but I don't want my origami to fall apart. So I've got you a glue stick.
Thanks.
And we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the, oh, let me fold this out the way, on this flap here. Because that way, when we fold him in, so he's going to go in, it just means he's not going to pop up and start waving around. I think it'll just keep him a bit more safe and secure. How's yours looking?
Magical.
Is it looking good?
Mm-hmm.
What's happened to it?
What's happened?
Why are your sides so tall?
That's just the design I've gone for.
Oh, is that the design you've gone for? You go for it. Right. Next step is to make a handle. So I've got another piece of paper. This one's a sparkly, oh, you're showing yours off there. Mine is a piece of like sparkly white. And what we're going to do first is fold it in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half. So we each have half each.
Oh, thanks.
Do you think that would be fair? I think that would be fair. There you go.
That.
And then we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold one side in. And then we're going to fold the other side in. And then we're going to pop a little bit of glue on the middle. And then we're going to fold both sides in. So it was fold one side in, fold the other side in, glue, glue, fold them both in. Did you get that? Put it more here, look, so all our friends can see. Because I did that a bit fast.
And what am I gluing?
Just here and here. Oh, keep your glue out because you're going to need it again. But don't put it away. Perfect. Good job.
Thanks.
And then we're going to just bend it a little bit so it's a bit rounded. Just so it's rounded. And then we're going to glue it in. So not the sides with the triangles, these sides. It should slot in this side and this side. But again, to make sure it doesn't fall out, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. But I only put a little bit of glue on about this much of it, Oscar, because of all the folds, it only goes in that deep. So you only need about that much glue.
and make sure you press it and you wait a good amount of time for it to dry. Because what happens when you don't let things dry, Oscar?
Don't stick.
They don't stick. They all come apart. And then, ta-da! Looks good.
Thanks.
And now what are we doing?
We're going to colour it in.
We're going to decorate it. Because mine and yours look pretty similar, so I have to decorate mine so I know it's mine. Are you going to decorate yours so we know it's yours?
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. And I've got lots of different colours, so you can go crazy. I'm going to write Cal on mine. You're going to write Oscar on yours.
I was going to write Oscar on mine, yeah, because you said, and then you'll know whose is whose.
Right, so I've wrote Cal on mine, and I think I might do some flowers. Some flowers. Some pink flowers. And then, I suppose we could store all kinds of things in our baskets, couldn't we? We could go out on a walk and pick up little twigs or leaves and put them in the basket. Whatever you do, don't put a baby in it. Not like Miriam did with Moses. Don't put a baby in it. Well, I don't think a baby would fit. I think the baby would be too small, big. How does your decorating look, Oscar?
I'm all done. I've put OC on it, my initials. Now you know it's mine.
You can tell who's the more artistic person out of the pair of us, can't you?
It's me.
But I think you did a great job there, Oscar.
Thanks.
I thought this turned out loads better than I thought it was going to.
Thanks. Take things very seriously like this.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today's craft. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you make a little basket at home, make sure you fill it with some goodies. Oh, we could put our chocolates in it and sweets. Oh, that would be a good one. And then get your grown-up to take a picture of your basket, because I would love to see you using it at home. And I will see you next week. Bye, everyone!
Wow, what an amazing video we have had today. What was your favourite bit, Ted? You loved the craft. I loved the worship. The craft was pretty cool. Don't forget to send any pictures or videos of you doing the craft or doing the worship to @icon.goo on Instagram, because we love seeing all that you guys do. Don't forget to like and make sure to subscribe. You heard Ted, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. You want more GOO Online? You had too much fun today? Well, sadly that's it for today, but we'll have another video coming out this time next week to keep your eyes nice and peeled like me and Ted will be doing. Have an amazing week, everyone. So from Chloe and Ted, say bye, Ted.